Hello everyone, can I be heard? I had a problem, so I don't know if this works. I hope it does. So I will wait for someone to come and tell me. Alright. I think I am heard. I think I am here. If you... Okay. Alright. So sorry for being late today. Hello everyone and welcome to the JIGS TV Weekly Go News. I'm again here. We had a few times Andri. And he will also join in the future. So we are not saying goodbye to him. It will be sometimes me, but also sometimes him. Thank you. I think the Twitch chat is not being visible yet, so I need to put it up. All right. Today we are starting with international tournaments, and actually we have two to talk about. The first one is the Samsung Cup. So in the Samsung Cup, this time Koreans dominated the scene, and in the final, Park Jong-hwan and Shin Jin-so met. Already Andriy talked about it last week, that they were supposed to meet, and now it actually happened. Two of them were meeting often in finals of Korean competitions in the previous year, and Shin Jin-so was winning all. So it was very difficult for Park Jong-hwan to get any victory. Probably you remember that 1 year ago there was a great match in the South Korea between these two, between the two strongest Korean players, and Shin Jin-so won it 7-0. And now they met in the final of the international tournament, so it's even more prestigious. One thing which is maybe a little bit unexpected is that they played online. They were meeting each other in the same room, but each of them was looking at their own computer. I don't know why they do it like this in Korea. Probably they want all games to happen in the same mode. So if they play against Chinese, against Japanese players online, then also against each other. Okay, now I see really clearly that the Twitch chat is not visible on the screen, and I have no idea why it happens so. I am sorry for that. Fortunately, I do see it, so I can read everything you write. I don't know if I can change it fast. Somehow, yeah, wrong order is the first idea, but I put the Twitch chat in the top of the list, and it didn't help. All right, maybe I will remember about it for the next time. Yes, and next week hopefully we will have it. Let's move back to Go and to games of Shin Jin-so and Park Jong-hwan. This is how they looked while playing, and we will not show yet how they looked after they played, because first we will take a look at their games. So this will be the first one. In the first game, they started with a bit unusual opening. There were two Sansan invasions, and then even the third one. Maybe it is already sometimes after you've seen the solid connection in professional games. It's a detail, but usually recently this move is more popular. However, then not sure if the J17 stone, if that stone of white is a bit not too far away, and there are some edges in white shape. Black can continue with an attachment. So Park Jong-hwan, who was taking white, chose a solid connection. Black tried to use it, but it was not easy to attack white, too strong. Oh, sorry. So it all finished with just white connecting and black getting an influence. This first game was going in a very peaceful way. So here black chose a very peaceful Joseki. You know that after this attachment, black has many options to start a fight one way or another, but black chose the most solid Joseki. And here again, white didn't like that Joseki, even though it's pretty popular, but white didn't want to give black the right side. So what white did instead was going to the right side. This way, Shin Jin-so takes over white's corner, and Park Jong-hwan doesn't let black build a side. This game continued to look similarly, so kind of not much was happening. White was trying to attack this group of black, but as you can see, all over the board, black has living groups or very strong groups. So in fact, like we can say that all these groups are alive. These two stones of white can be captured. So black has just one weak group, and in such circumstances, it's very difficult for Park Jong-hwan to attack the group of black and get something in exchange. He cannot make any splitting attack. He needs to think where to get profit from that attack, but it's also difficult to think of such a thing, so he decides to just take points and strengthen his own groups. But then white had a little problem with points in this game. White never really managed to get enough points to compensate for black taking 4 corners. So the game continued, but in the end it went into the end game, and Park Jong-hwan resigned. It is a good task to count the score. Probably it's not a big difference because white was not making mistakes, or at least big mistakes in this game, but in the end it looks like a little advantage of black. And then Park Jong-hwan resigned. So this was already difficult for him. But it's a best of 3. It's not just one match. So they continued. This time Park Jong-hwan was taking black, and this game was, we can say, much more exciting, as it started with this a bit not really well-known Joseki. Probably you've seen many times, you've seen that after this came out white, black goes into the corner with a double hane. But it's much more rare to see a jump of white and then this double hane. Why? I don't really know. I remember that I saw my students playing this variation sometimes, and I thought like, not many people are playing like this, but why? I don't know. It should work similarly as with the Keima. So in the end, white went down, and everything finished in a similar way to a Joseki when it would have been, if it would have been a Keima. Then maybe it would rather look like this. Now it looks like this. Okay, so for now the game was a bit peaceful. But then, first of all, the fight on the top. No, not really the fight on the top, but black just captured white stone on the top. But then a fight on the bottom has started when black didn't agree that this stone, after 4 moves of white, is dead, and black still tried to do something. Attach, cut, and there is already a lot of agi. Afterwards, black managed to connect back the other stone to these cornerstones, and now Shin Jin-so's task was to attack the other group of black. However, Park Jong-hwan just secured one group, secured the other group, And then the game moved to the center, let's say. So now the main point, the highlight of the game, is whether white will manage to get much from all these influences. White was trying to do so, and black was trying to build a group inside. And probably the most interesting moment of this game starts now, when white got something in the center, white got something on the side, and it looks like white gained really a lot, so maybe white can compensate for black's sides and black's corners. But then black starts. Park Jong-hwan cuts and attacks the 5 stones of white. After a few moves, it turned into a ko. And this ko was already a bad news for Shin Jin-sung, because black had ko threats to do something in the center. And in the end, Shin Jin-sung just gave up 2 stones in the center. Alright, he secured the territory on the left, but he just secured it. He didn't gain many more points. And he lost the whole center. So afterwards, he just tried to attack black's central group, but it lived, and black had just more points. So Shin Jin-sung resigned, and after 2 first games, the result was 1-1. In the third game, they switched colors again. This time, Park Jong-hwan was taking white. And when you look at this game, you will be a bit surprised, because both players did it in the same way as in the first game. The difference came only in the move number 16. Here, Park Jong-hwan didn't play the far pincer like in the first game, but a close one. And now, Shin Jin-sung didn't decide to invade in the corner. The reason might be that he thought that right now the h17 stone is in a little bit better position than j17. So he chose a different joseki. He played from the other side, and white ignored it. Okay, and now this move comes. This move didn't really exist a few years ago, or at least it wasn't popular. But nowadays, it's something being played like this. It's a flexible shape, but it leaves a weakness. So can you guess where is the next move of black? Where is white's weakness? How can black destroy white's corner, or let's say attack white's shape? Black attached, and he's threatening either this hane or that hane. What should white do? White haned himself, and in the end, here white made an exchange. In the end, white manages to live in the corner. But it doesn't mean that white manages to capture the 2 stones of black. If black goes like this, then yes, the 2 stones would die, and this would be terrible for black. But instead, black goes out. Now white needs to live in the corner, and black gets a living group on the other side. White is cut off. So I don't know what to think of this result. It's for sure a more exciting game than the first one. The first one, just all the groups were strong. And in this one, already we have a few weak groups. And Shin Jin-sung created a strong attack against the group of white, but Park Jong-hwan found a very neat sequence. He attached, played a few center moves, and not just lived, he lived in center, and he could add one more move on the bottom. Right now, all right, black got a big influence, but all the points are white, we can say. All right, black has something on the left side. Black continued on the top. This time, Park Jong-hwan went for the more aggressive variation. He cut black, and now what black did, very interesting. Again, it might be a task for you. Black is in a little trouble locally. He can play a joseki like this, that, but the 3 stones are in trouble because white has supporting stones on the top. So Instead, black decided to capture white stone in a ladder. The problem is the ladder doesn't work for now. So black played a ladder breaker. Right, we can count ladder fast. It's a ladder breaker. White answered it, but now the ladder works already. However, white is still able to get a big corner. What do you think of this result? White got really big corner. Now black is a bit not satisfied with this cutting stone. Alright, but the exchange on the top is also bad for white. And there is also one more agi in white's shape, which we will learn about in a few moments. For now, black continued the Moyo strategy. He even gave Park Jong-hwan a big corner. And now it comes. Black goes down. If white captures the stone, which might be the first intuition of many players, then black can continue like this. And does white die here? No, white doesn't die, in fact. But wait. What if black plays Hamlet? It looks like black has just three liberties, so black has not enough liberties, but black can throw in. White takes, black, no, black cannot connect, because then white attacks from the other side. It means that the best black can do here is just block white. So why didn't white go for this variation? White decided that it's better to finish in center. Now black needed to add a move to eat the stone, but white has center, so white can take care of that group. If it went like I showed before, then black, maybe black needs to add a move, but black has a much more stones threatening the group of white. And if this group dies, then the game becomes risky, very risky for white. Like if it actually, I mean, if white needs to add a move, then black can enclose and go for a big moyo. And if white goes out, then the group can die. In the game, black finished in Gote, white goes out, and still black tried to kill. But this is kind of the last chance for black. If black doesn't kill, then white has so many points everywhere. So now it was a big chase all over the board. White was running, and in the end, by this cut, white manages to get out. How does the get out work? We can think for a moment. Black will need to take care of stones on that side, but then white can surely get out through here. So anyway, after this move, Shin Jin-so resigned, which means that Park Jong-hwan won the Samsung Cup. And this is a comeback of a legend. Shin Jin-so is the #1 in Korea for already almost 2 years. Wait, 23 months, if I remember correctly. And Park Jong-hwan used to be #1 in Korea for a lot of time before. And now he manages to beat Shin Jin-so in such a major tournament. Congratulations for Park Jong-hwan. Yes, the board is still there. So okay, congratulations for Park Jong-hwan for winning the competition. And now I said that there are 2 international competitions to talk about. The other one is LG Cup. LG Cup, you know LG, just like Samsung, it's a big Korean company who is sponsoring. I am not sure actually if Samsung Cup is sponsored by the Samsung which is making the mobile phones. I think it is the branch of Samsung which is responsible for something else. But anyway, here we have also the LG Cup. And again, the games are played online because the players cannot meet. In the quarterfinals, Park Jong-hwan, the winner of the Samsung Cup, met with Kejie, and Kejie won. So he's one of the semi-finalists. The last semi-final was played today between Ichiri Kiryo and Shin Jin-so. Ichiri Kiryo was the last Japanese player in the tournament, but Shin Jin-so won. So now Shin Jin-so will play the semi-final against Yang Lin-sin, and muting against KZ. However, I am not sure because on the list on the brackets I saw that there should be a re-lottery. So maybe in fact the semi-finals are not decided yet. Who will play against whom? Okay, that's it about the international tournaments, and now let's move to Asia, namely to Japan, where the final game of the Meijin title match has happened. You for sure remember that Iyama Yuta is playing there against Ichiriki Ryo, and some time ago it was already 3-2 for Ichiriki. So then in their sixth game, Iyama Yuta managed to win. It was 3-3, so it was a draw. And now they played the final game in Atami, Shizuoka Prefecture, for the 46th title of Meiji. We will not say who won yet, but we will do the thing they are doing always in Japanese TV stations and live. We will review the game. Alright, 3-3. And let's take a look. Iyama Yuta was black. In this game, Iyama Yuta started a bit unexpectedly. I think not in many pro games we can see such two Komokus as the first moves of black. And why? I don't really know. It's alright. You in the opening you don't need to play the specific configuration of the corner moves. It's completely fine if you play Komoku facing each other or facing the stones of the opponent, or you play Hoshi and Sansan. Everything is possible. But somehow this was not being played. I think that the old opening theory was saying that it's a bit easy for white because then white can maybe play a Joseki like this, and white is controlling a big part of the board. But it's in fact like it doesn't work like this in the opening. It doesn't really matter. You can take this way, you can take the other way. Just it depends maybe on the style. If you like to play against Moyo, you can clearly play such two Komokus. Ichiriki didn't go for a Moyo. I mean, with the P17 move, with that Kakari at least. And then again, we could have seen the large jump, which was also played in the Samsung Cup final. Then the shoulder hit of white turned into a Joseki, into the large avalanche Joseki. But how to continue? Should white go into all these complicated variations here and then go down? White cannot do it, and the reason is that black has a stone very, very near. So instead, white chooses a very calm variation, just creates a shape, and gives black some influence. Okay, so white take 2 points, black 2 points, and there are two groups on the outside. These groups are not easy to capture for neither of the players, so they will just both go. Go out, run. At this moment, the first day of the match has finished. This move of Iyama Yuta was the sealed move, which was shown to his opponent only on the next day. I think the position is a bit uncomfortable for white because this group is very heavy. If white dies with this group, it's just a super big loss. So white needs to take care of that group, but then black will be able to get some stones which will help black get something on the bottom. For now, white played moves on the bottom, but here you can see black continues with such an attachment, and black really aims at a splitting attack. Like, threaten the heavy group and then maybe just swallow the bottom. So white decided to take care of these groups, connect them, but then black got a big advantage on the left, and soon the game will finish. Black added a move, and then white needs to do something locally because how to go back, because white dies with everything, but white didn't see any good move here, and white decided to play a peep first, just a good exchange maybe, and then he will think again what to do on the left. However, Yama just ignored it, cleaned the lower left corner, and now the only way for Ichiriki to win is to kill that big group of black. Yama was very confident that he will not die, and in fact he was right. He was going out, and in the end he manages to connect back. Here black is correct. Okay, so this is it, which means that Ichiriki didn't manage. He had a very good tournament, very good match against Iyama. I don't think that Iyama had such a trouble to defend the Meijin title in the last years, but still he defends also now. Congratulations. We have one more news from Judan tournament. In Judan, we are not in the stage of the title match yet. Right now, the first round of the challenger deciding tournament is happening, and Fujisawa Rina has just played her first game. You maybe remember that we were talking that this year Fujisawa Rina and Ueno Asami managed to qualify for the main tournament in Judan, and Fujisawa beat Son Makoto. So now she is in top 8. Congratulations. We can see that her opponent is very disappointed about the result. Congratulations for her. I hope she can go even further. And we are also waiting for the game of Ueno Asami against Yuzheng Qi. Maybe we will have 2 female players in top 8. No matter if 2 or 1, it's already a historical result. It is the first time when a female player reaches top 8 in one of the Japanese major 7 tournaments. There was one more tournament in Japan this week. It is called SGW Cup, after Sand Grand W Company, which is a real estate services company, and it is sponsoring this tournament already for the 4th game in a row. I am not sure which professionals were invited. There was yeah, congrats to Fujisawa. There was one female player in this tournament, Okuda Aya, and she was playing very well. By the way, this is not a single elimination tournament, it's a Swiss system, so more similar to the tournament systems used in Europe. 16 players Swiss tournament. After 3 rounds there are 2 players undefeated. One of them was Okuda Aya and the other one was Hansen Ki. Hansen Ki managed to win. There are also some well-known names. For example, there was Ohashi Hirofumi playing. Maybe you know Ohashi Hirofumi. He came to European Go congresses at least once, and he is well known from creating life and death problems, very difficult, which are being solved by the top professionals. The games were being commented in the main building of the Nihon Ki-in, and congratulations to Hansen Ki. In Taiwan, meanwhile, the T1 title match has started. Xu Haohong is playing Lin Junyan. there. And their first game has happened today, but I haven't managed to find the SGF file yet. So we will comment this and the second round of T1 in 1 week. And now we have two news from Europe. One of them is the Russian Youth Go Championship. In Russian Youth Championship, there are 4 categories: under 20, under 16, under 12, and under 9. Now, under 9, the winner was Margarita Ponomarieva. This I remember for sure. Under 12, I don't remember. I am sorry for that. In under 16, Alex Muroncev, who is also the European Youth Under 16 champion, managed to win. And under 20, the title goes to Rahmat Demenshin. Congratulations to all the players and all the winners. The tournament has happened online, unfortunately. The decision was changed in the last moment, kind of, because they enforced a lockdown in Russia. So it was supposed to happen in Moscow, but in the end it was online. Yeah, the players played on KGS and called on Skype for the opening ceremony, ending ceremony, and for all the games. There was maybe more than one game, but at least one game which was played live. Here is Alex Muroncev playing against Alyosha Igonin. They are both from Moscow, so they managed to meet and play on a real board. Very nice. Unlike Park Jong-hwan and Shin Jin-so in Samsung Cup. They played on a computer even though they were in the same room. And then the other news is the JIGS Go Online lessons. It's a program which has started today. We have 5 groups there, and we have 4 teachers. Andriy Kravets, a professional player, Lukas Kremer, Mania Mart, and Elian Grigoriou. Strong amateur players. I hope you already subscribed, you already joined the lessons. If not, then maybe you can still ask to join last moment or just wait for the next occasion. Okay. I haven't managed to check the Tsumegos and find the new ones, so I will do it in a moment this evening, and the new problems will be available on JIGS website tomorrow the latest. So sorry for that, and in 1 week we will already see the results. And for now that's it. And yeah, see you next week. Bye bye.